first episode of Chucky is out, and I got a chance to watch it the other day, and so far, I am impressed. Though it's not a perfect episode, and I think some things could have been handled better, I think this is a great start to the series and very much a welcome return to form in terms of going back to the roots of the original film. This episode followed a kid named Jake Wheeler who comes into possession of a good guy doll, but little does he know the good guy doll is the one that has the soul of Charles Lee Ray, the serial killer that was killed back in the 80s. And so we explore this kid's life, his home life, how he's mostly alone in school, he gets bullied, his father is an alcoholic, he doesn't have the best life, and he has a tough time getting along with other people because he just doesn't want to. He just wants to be himself. He wants to do his own thing. But once Chucky comes into the picture and starts doing some strange things in the background, he suspects the worst after doing some research on the good guy doll, the history behind the good guy doll, and it's going to lead to some very strange things throughout the series. Now, that is a pretty cool premise for me. Like, it's going back to the roots of the original while also trying to do something new. What I like about this episode is the setting. We are set in Riversdale, or whatever it's called, I forgot. And that is the setting where Charlie Ray was born. So we are basically getting a backstory origin for Charlie Ray's childhood. And I am kind of mixed on that, but at the same time, exploring the roots of the killer's background could also lead to some very interesting payoffs or setups or whatever there is for the character of Chucky, as long as they are able to handle it well while not making it too crazy. I think it could be something that can work. The performances from the young cast, mostly the kids at school, were all fine. Jake Wheeler's actor, I forgot who it is, let me look it up. Zachary Arthur, he does a great job and is probably the best out of all the kids, but everybody else just felt too standard, too typical, and too stereotypical of high school kind of characters. Like, you got the bully character, you got the nerd character, you got the character that want to be friends with the main character, even though there's not a good reason, maybe. You got the mean girl character, and they all just feel standard. Like, I didn't care about them. Hopefully, throughout the show, when they get like more screen time, I'm able to care about them more. But as of now, I don't really care that much. The exploration of the kid's childhood and his family life with his father, I think it was handled pretty well. You're able to understand the kid's motivations. You're able to understand why he acts the way he does, and he doesn't come across as annoying. And because you care about this main character, you don't want him to die. And that's when Chucky comes into play. Brad Dourif returns as the voice of Chucky, and once again, he does a great job here. There's a lot of interesting stuff that they do with Chucky here in terms of before the final act of the episode. It just was something that I don't see in these movies as often. And I love how they're able to add new stuff to the character or make him do some new things that are very much interesting and in line with what Chucky would do in a situation like this. And mostly that just involves the doll, not even an animatronic, just a doll standing there just talking. And I like that. I think they were able to do some really cool stuff with him. And the animatronic, when it does come into play, when Chucky has to move around and talk, it actually works. It actually works better than the straight to video movies. I like how they're able to put more effort into the production design. The whole production design is really good and it feels lived in. Rather with the other straight to video movies, even though I like them, they do kind of have that sense of straight to video quality. But they were still good. I still recommend them, but here they have a lot more money and they put a lot more effort into the production of the show. And I was able to feel immersed into this world of Chucky, and I love how it took me back to the original in some ways that I think a lot of fans are gonna like. In terms of problems, the first kill happens here in this episode, and I'm not gonna spoil who dies or how it goes, but I hope this is not an indicator of how the rest of the kills are going to be, because I hope the kills are awesome. But this first one, yikes! It is over the top but in the wrong way. I think it was an intentional hilarity that I think it could have been executed much better. Also, there were some characters that I said that I don't really care that as much about in this first episode, and it feels too stereotypical for a high school setting. And I feel like they could have done more, making it feel more realistic. But overall, this was a really good pilot episode. The music is awesome. I love the choice of music. The cinematography is beautiful. I love the setting and production design. They got the character of Chucky right, and I'm very interested to see what they do with him and the main character and what their conflict is going to be throughout the rest of the series. So overall, great episode, and I cannot wait to see more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.